welcome to PSGL F8 round 2 here in Hungary. I'm Kryptonite and obviously I'm alone tonight. I'm standing in for Storm Gaming, who couldn't make it tonight. So yeah, don't really know the grid, to be honest. So I'm gonna do a quick rundown of the championship standings at the moment. So we have Sam T leading, who obviously won at Hungary last week, followed by Callum Anderson, Frederick, Mimolu 05, Tommy G91, Nidal Langfeld, Urbies, CP, Panda, and then from 11 to 20 we have Nexus Iceman, who hasn't started a race yet and it's not on the track tonight as well, so yeah. So I guess I'll just keep an eye on the leaders, the championship leaders, and see how they do. I'm expecting Callum to be near the front, that's all I can say right now. So we'll see. Obviously I'm gonna put the track map on, and we already have some people on our hard lap. I think that's the first one on the track. Might be wrong, but we'll see now. I think we have the Williams as well, but we'll stick on board with Joe. I have no clue how to pronounce that name, but let's stay on board with that Ferrari. Didn't see his first sector, but I think it was purple, but I mean, no one has set a lap yet, so we'll see how his second sector is. Not too bad. It's purple at the moment, obviously. Looks fast, but obviously he has to be fast as well. Entering the last corner. A bit wide, seems like the car understeered a bit. It's a 40.1, so that's a lap time I was somewhat expecting, so I guess not too bad. And we have 3 gloves in second, 1/10 off, and Callum on mediums was 1/10 and 1 second and a bit off, but I mean, he's on medium, so I'm not really sure of the gap. I'd say it's something like 7/10, but you know, I'm not sure if he wants to start the race on the mediums. I mean, the softs are not the best race tires, but you can do a soft hards if you don't have too much issue to keep it on the track, because the soft tires will overheat after a couple of laps, whereas the mediums won't. So the best strategy if you didn't have to set a quali lap would be medium hards, but I'm pretty sure like drivers will qualify on soft to have the track position, and Tommy G has set the fastest lap, the only driver to be in the 1:13s at the moment, with 13.9. Not bad at all. And we have a few drivers on mediums at the moment, but I'm pretty sure that everybody will start the race, will qualify on softs, and we have the Mercedes of Frederick starting his lap. So yeah, a bit wide on turn 1 on the exit as well. It doesn't validate your lap if you run a bit over the white line on the exit, but you lose a bit of time. You really want to be early on the throttle on the exit on turn 2 to turn 3, blind, turn 4, sorry, don't invalidate it on the exit. Tricky corner, turn 5, into turn 6 and 7, fast chicane, quite fast, not really, but... And into the very twisty section, you have to get it right, and yeah, obviously he didn't, and validated a bit too much curb here, so yeah, that's his lap done. He's surely gonna pit and put a new set of tires on and go again. You still have a bit less than 12 seconds, 12 minutes, sorry, so yeah. I think we have Captain Shabs on the lap. No, he's not on the lap. But we have Catboy Kai about to start one. He's on mediums as well, so it would be interesting to see what he can do. To turn one, take a bit of curb. Ooh, that's wide on the exit. He's gonna lose quite a lot of speed. You know, keep going, nothing to lose. Into turn 2, don't go too wide, hug the inside curb, don't touch it, otherwise you're gonna spin. Turn 3 is flat, easily. Into turn 4, blind. You wanna stay in 7th, but he goes down to 5th, to 6th. Didn't use all the track, cut off turn 6, into the chicane. Small lock up. Could have been a bit quicker through that. Doesn't look like the best lap so far, but somewhat okay. Still within the line, so bit wide there as well. Didn't quite clip the side curb. To the last corner, keep it nice and tidy, close to the inside wall, and it's gonna be a 1:16.1. Didn't look very quick, so yep. As we have Samti finishing his lap as well on softs, and P3, 310 soft, Tom AG in the McLaren, not bad at all. We have Carlon, I think he's on the lap as well. Yeah, he was 8 tenths. And yeah, takes P3 as well. Good showing from the Renaults at the moment. Alpha crossing the line. That's Relo starting his lap, so good exit, I'd say, compared to the other guys. Brakes late, but knocks up a bit. He hasn't gone too wide, but he didn't use all the track available, so he surely lost a bit of time. To turn 4. He's improving slightly, 1 sense and a bit. Slightly wide. To turn 5. To the chicane. That looked good, I think. So lap doesn't look that bad at the moment. To the last corner of sector 2, we'll see which was purple sector 2. Not sure of how good this sector 1 was. Looked all fine, but slight lock up here. Don't be too greedy on the throttle on the exit. And then flat out to the line. And it's gonna be P6, not that bad, for 14.1, in front of his teammate and in front of OTG, who's gonna pit. I think Mimaru, yeah, took his place, so yeah, not a bad lap from Mimaru. And we have his teammate crossing the line. He's gonna start his lap. He's on board. Braking into turn 1. Looked a bit slow on the apex, but good exit. Late turn in, but doesn't lock up on the apex. Doesn't use all the track available on the exit. So, sorry for that, if you heard it. And yeah, improvement into sector 1, a bit less than 10. Could have used the exit curve there. clean chicane. It says in fourth for that section. And yeah, purple on sector 2, almost 3/10 improvement at the moment. Could have used a bit more curb here on turn 12. Doesn't go wide. Ooh. I'm not sure if he had a movement or it was just lag, but it looks like a good lap so far. Oh, it doesn't have ERS, so he's gonna lose it a bit. And yeah, P7 in front of, right in front of his teammates, very close. But not a bad lap altogether. Snowster finishing his lap, and a P2. Great lap from the Racing Point. Just almost 2/10 down on Tommy G, and 3 gloves, the second driver to go into the 13. Half a tenth down on Tommy G, and CP goes fastest. 10th clear of Tommy G, the previous four-seater. Provisional four-seater. Yeah, quick laps. I mean, I was expecting coming into the session to have laps into the 1:30s, so not disappointed. And we have Callum Dustin approaching T1. Currently sits in P7, so not bad. He finished P2 last round, as I said. So yeah, I have no idea if he's on a wheel or on a pad, but obviously the wheel is supposed to be quicker on that track because of the very twisty sector 2 and sector 3 as well. But just use the exit curve, T6. Good chicane, that is. Look better than any other guy, I think. Truck is clear in front of him, so if he doesn't mess up the lap, it's gonna be a good one. And yeah, his sector 2 is very good. The purple one is 5/10 up, if I'm not mistaken. No wheel spin on the exit of turn 13. Same here, and he goes to P2. Is very close, but ultimately not enough for P1. Still a front row start as it stands, so he has to be quite happy with that. So we have a fourth India, I think that's category Kai. End of his lap, no, he's gonna pit, so unvalidated. Red pitting as well, so Willow is on lap, but it's, well, yeah, it's more than 2 seconds off, so that's his first lap, so he obviously made a mistake or something to sector 1 or sector 2. Is he gonna go again? And the answer is no, he's gonna pit. I mean, he was on the medium, so he might try to do a lap on the softs now. The Haas is pitting, and we have a McLaren. I think that's Tommy G again, starting his lap. Let's see. All it is on the brakes. Oh, completely missed it. Or I'm not sure of what happened, but yeah, completely missed his braking point and he's backed out of it. So yeah, don't have much. We don't have a lot of people on the track now. Obviously, everybody's gonna pit now and go again for a final run. So CP on his own lap. Track is clear at the moment, and we have a Ferrari starting his lap. Currently in P7. Let's see can improve. Late braking to turn 1. Looked quick. Traction he got. No lock up into turn 2. Use more track on the exit than pretty much any other driver. Into turn 4 and purple sector on, and that's too wide. That was a very good sector 1, but this turn 4 was a bit wide, and I think he retired, or that's just me that pressed the button. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, it's not on track. So, we have CP to sector 2. Not sure if it's currently improving. We'll see when he finishes his second sector. His lap looks fine, clean. Got a bit wide, but that's still within the lines. Improving by 1/10. Purple sector 2, I think. Oh, and don't get in the way, lads. Oh, and that, yeah. He validated his lap, but yeah, he's not gonna be happy with that. A lot of people getting in his way. Yeah, a bit of traffic jam. Sector 3. Quite lost, to be fair, but I'm not sure who's starting his lap, who's not, so... yeah, Tommy G is on lap, I think. He is slightly down, but he might improve. You can see, I mean, that's his last chance. Improving, and he go... Nah, he proves it, but not enough to be in P1 or P2. Cannon starting his lap. No time left on the clock, so last lap for pretty much everybody. I think we have Striegler finishing his lap, and he goes into P2. Wow, now not a bad lap. Nadal going to P7. Some T. P5, not a bad lap. P6 for the Ferrari, Alfa Romeo crossing the line, and lost it. P12 for Willows 10. Captain Shops can't get into the top 10. P11. Cadbury Kai, and let's see what Airbase can do in the McLaren. And P1, 6 cents improvement. Not bad. A very good lap from the Englishman. I'm not sure he's English, so I won't say that again. And yeah, that's 300ths of a second faster than Callum, who managed to improve his lap, but not enough to get pole position. And we have Zexer crossing the line, and yeah, I think that wasn't valid. So he's gonna stay in P17, and I think we done qualifying. I don't think we have any other driver yet to cross the line, and so it's the McLaren of LB's taking pole position with a 1:13.891. I think. Yeah. 591. Really good lap. I'm impressed. So yeah. Given this flag is not English. I have no clue what this flag is, but yeah, it's not the flag of the UK, so yeah, Ebe is taking the pole in front of Callum Anderson, CP, 3 gloves, Mimolu, Tommy G, Sam. Oh, I have no clue how to pronounce that name again. Let's say George? No idea, mate. Panda, Snookster, Nidal, Captain Chubbs, Willows 10, Muret. Sorry, my English is so bad. Langfield, and I didn't have the time to do the rest. So yeah, it would be interesting to see if we have a dry race. I don't have any information concerning that, but it looks dry at the moment. It looks clear. So yeah, I'm assuming we'll have dry race. Surely not gonna be the most entertaining race. I mean, that's Hungary. It's quite hard to overtake, and because of dirty air on that game, it's not as easy. Following other cars is not as easy as it was on last year's game. So yeah. So I think everybody in the top 10 qualified on softs. So yeah, those guys will probably do a soft hard strategy. You can do it to start, but obviously it's very risky because you have to overtake people, and overtaking, as said, is not easy around the Hungaroring. So yeah, so it looks like the front. Yeah, everybody in the top 10 I think is starting on softs. I'm gonna display the tires used. So yeah, the top 10, I mean, yeah, the top 10 was starting on softs, and then no one else starting on softs. I mean, that you could expect that. The softs are quite bad for the race. They tend to overheat after 1 or 2 laps if you have a bad setup. But I think you can change the setup slightly to make it less aggressive on the tires. So yeah, and then it's very interesting to see that most people outside of the top 10 are starting on hard tires, and 3 of them, Captain Chops, Zaxxer and Catboy Kai, starting on mediums. So those guys will obviously do on medium hards, but yeah, very interesting. Very, very interesting. So yeah, we don't have any penalties from the last round as well. I mean, I don't remember like giving penalties for this round. So yeah, and from what I remember, F8 is quite a clean league. So obviously I hope that's gonna translate into a clean start for pretty much everybody. You know, it's quite a long run down to turn 1, so yeah, you might have some people like just sending it up the inside. Yeah, we'll see. I'm like confident we won't get that. So come on, give me a good camera, because this is obviously garbage. Oh god, yes. Oh, this is horrible. There's no lights yet. Alright, here we go, boys. 5 lights. And away we go. And I think that... Okay, the timing screen is bugged again, but it looks like a good start from the McLaren of Herbies, maintaining the lead, and looks clean. A lot of ghosting, but I'm not sure that actually happened. It might be just me. But oh, we have a yellow flag, and yeah, a slow racing point at the back. But it looks all fine. I think there's the McLaren of CPO 3 gloves going around the outside in turn 2. Yeah, we still have Herbies leading Conor Mendelson at the end of sector 1, and we have a yellow flag, and yeah, everybody's still on the track. No, never mind, I think Snooker's spawn or something. Thinking it was just slow. So all fine. And yeah, good start from captain shops. I think he started in P12 or something, and he's now into P9. And yeah, he's running the small alternate strategy, so making a good start is crucial. And good start from Zexer as well. I think he was P17 and now already in P12, so very good stuff from the Norwegian, I think he is. Just have a look at position gained. I mean, position change. Where does it say CP is leading? Which is obviously not true. Yeah, so we won't do that. It's obviously bugged, so. And we have Nedal in the pit. He surely had some damage. And ooh, Abyss was a bit wide. And already Mimalu getting a 3-second time penalty for truck extending, so yeah, but clean start, no crash, no safety car, no spin, and okay, no, just yellow flags into turn 5, no 6, 5. Well, no spin yet, so it's pretty steady start, nothing really happening, no ridiculous dive bomb into turn 1, no spinner, no crash. Just what you want to see, really. So yeah, no meltdown going on at the moment, so we just keep an eye on the leaders. Kirby is not really pulling away at the moment, and he has 3 gloves with the fastest lap. Yeah, not really, not much overtaking, but I think most of the race is going to be a train. We just have quite a big gap behind the Ferrari of Zexer. Okay, why am I looking at the back of... Okay, there's an issue with that. And we have a crash! Jordan! Where has he crashed? Exit of turn 3. Quite an unusual place to crash. No safety car yet. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to... What's happening? Yeah, his car has disappeared. We'll see. You can see it from the onboard of Nedal. Yeah, we can't. So yeah, a bit strange, but you know. Oh, and small lockup from Abyss. We'll see if Callum is close enough to go for the move. Into turn 1. Yeah, Abyss using his overtake button a bit, but his battery is not in the best of shape, even though it's still alright. I mean, 40%. Just Callum has 70, so and he might go for the move. No, he doesn't. I mean, it's very early in the race, and at this point you just want to keep the tires alive. So yeah, probably a good choice. And I think Panda just made a move on the Alfa Romeo, and he's now into P9. So little train. Oh, and OTG picks up a 3-second time pen. It's running P17 at the minute. Yeah, little train from P1 to P8, and then we have a 3-car train with Penda, Moet and Zexer. And then you have like the back of the field with the Mercedes and just the rest of the pack basically. Cowboy Kai getting another pen. Oh, and Callum is very close to the back of Abyss. Let's see if he goes for the move. Oh, he moves to the inside. I think he's through. Yeah, easy move. Yeah, it's a much better exit. And yeah, Callum Anderson leading the race in his Renault. And I think he's already slightly pulling away. There's a gap behind him. I mean, 3 gloves is following closely. Oh, and Abyss. I thought he was a bit wide, and indeed he was, picking up a 3-second time penalty. quite easy to get warnings around this track, so yeah, if you can keep it clean, then you have a good shot at winning the race if you're not running towards the back. And obviously P3 is not near the back, so yeah, CP getting a 3 second out of turn 11 as well, I assume. Easy to cut, to track extend on the exit. Especially when it's wet, but obviously it's fully dry, so yeah, very easy to take a bit too much speed in to cut the track basically. And yeah, 3 gloves might go for the move on. Herbie's getting overtaken to turn 1 again. No, not this time. Brakes later than the Williams. We've already Samty into the pits. Interesting stuff. Only after 5 laps. And Snookster as well. Pretty sure you'll want to pit at least like 3 laps later than that. So. At the very least, 3 laps later. Yeah. Yeah, I think Callum. Yeah, Callum is already out of the DRS range, so very good start. I don't think he has a 3 second time penalty yet. So yeah, I think he said he was confident the F10, F8 so yeah, he's scoring it. And and CP going for a move into T12, that's not an unusual place for overtaking, and I think he's through. You can see that, and it doesn't look like it. Too wide into turn 13, and yeah, CP is through, and he's pitting. Just like Mimalu, and he lost it, and Tom, EG don't hit each other, and I think Mimalu got some wing damage by hitting CP. Yeah, he got wing damage. He's getting a nose change. That's gonna win his race. It's so unfortunate, but so you have to take the pit entry carefully. So yeah, let's go back to the leaders. And yeah, Tom Anderson leading with nobody else in his DRS range. So yeah, his tires look fine. And then you have Herbies and OTG gets another 3 second time pen. Yeah, he's almost 2 seconds clear of the McLaren and the Williams behind, so very strong pace shown by Callum. Very good showing from him. Let's see if he wants to pit now. I would assume he will, and yes, he does. Does Herbies follows? Yeah, he does. But 3 gloves. Having none of it, he keeps going. And so he has Captain Chubbs right behind him. Captain Chubbs on the same amount of DRS left. But he's in DRS range, so on his medium tires, it's not bad. I'm not sure if the hard tires are faster than the mediums, than his mediums in conditions, but yeah, and Snookster doing the fastest lap of the race, but I think he's pitted once, yeah, and yeah, it's very unlikely for him to go to the end, so yeah, Snookster is, I think, on the 2-stop. We see that, and we have Tracks in sector 2, and I think that's Catboy Kai who spun on the exit of turn 6. I think he went on the curb, and you don't really want to touch that curb on the exit, and yeah, he's gonna fall off all the way to the back. I mean, he hasn't pitted yet, so yeah, his race is pretty much done. He's almost last, so yeah, and Herbie is getting 3 more seconds, and yeah, 3 gloves pitting, as you could expect. It's gonna probably pit for hards, I assume. And oh, medium tires? How I say? Medium tires. he's not gonna go to the end with the tires, so he will have to pit again, but I'm really not sure if it's gonna work or not. He's in front of Samti and Panda. Samti being on hards, and I don't think he will pit again. No, he won't pit again. But Panda will have to pit again as well. So yeah. So Callum is still like 2 seconds clear of CP, who was what to... No, he didn't have to change his nose, sorry. But yeah, he wasn't like the first behind him entering the pits, so yeah. I think Herbies was the first behind Callum when they decided to pit. So then Tommy G behind his teammate, and then 3 gloves. Bit far back. I mean, no, never mind. He's still in DRS range, so he will catch up, and he has better tires. So yeah, and migrating O's. What's happening? Oh, and Sam has left, and you cannot rejoin when leaving. So otherwise you're gonna get disconnected. And Herbies, I think he's losing his place. Yeah, he lost it. He lost his P10. I mean, that's not P10, but that's how it is on the track at the moment. To his teammate Tom on medium tires. So that's why he's much faster. It's like yellow flags, and I think that was OTG who spun on turn. Ooh, careful to rejoin safely. Not sure if it's the wall or something, but he might have some damage. Yeah, we'll see. And I think, yeah, Mimonu getting past the AI of Samti, but Samti won't be able to rejoin. So, yeah. Captain Chubbs leading 10 laps down. It's like 3 seconds behind. He started P17, so being P2 at the moment is not too bad. And then Lengfield wasn't pitted yet, he's on hards, so he's gonna go very long into this race. He might get overtaken by like the guys who already have pitted towards the end of his stint. Yeah, running close with Frederick, his teammate. And then Willows 10 and Husby in the Haas. So that's the 6 guys who haven't pitted yet. I mean, OTG hasn't pitted yet, but he's in P14, so it's not really relevant to mention him. And so it's Callum having the net lead right now. P7 on hard tires. And then you have Tommy G, who I think is slightly catching him a bit, like 3/10 per lap maybe, I'm not quite sure, but and then you have CP behind, effectively P3. Well, I'm pretty sure that Tom, 3 gloves, Panda, and yeah, they will all pit again for either medium soft tires, say, for tires, sorry. Might go for a move on Herbies. Let's see if he wants to dive it down the inside. No, not really. Very close here for P8, but which is effectively net P2. Maybe not for everybody, but and Snookster getting past OTG. OTG might have wing damage. I mean, it doesn't look too. I mean, he might have green damage, but can't really see that. So yeah, but his tires might be a bit damaged, and they still have to pit, having started his race on hard. So yep. Callum catching Husby in B6. He is in DRS range, so he's gonna help him. It's gonna help him to you know, get rid of the traffic, but obviously Husby is gonna have DRS as well from reloads in front, and it might get feisty. We'll see Husby having a lot of DRS left, and reloads not really, so yeah, Husby going down the inside in turn 1, yeah, an easy move to say the least. Yeah, Callum Anderson is gonna hope to catch them at the best place possible. You don't really want to catch the traffic in sector 2 because that's the other sector to overtake him. I think he still doesn't have any bends so far, so yeah, Captain Chops getting one as we speak up there. But yeah, Callum seems to be to have the best chance of winning that race as it stands. And Husby seems faster than Reload, so I think he's still gonna get the DRS on main straight, so Callum is very close to the back of the Alfa Romeo, so not the greatest exit. Still fairly close. Let's see. Good exit from Reload, and Reload, I think he had, no, he doesn't have DRS, that's why. And Herbie, Tommy G, going down the inside of the Alfa Romeo, and on traction I think he might get him. Better tires, DRS, and yeah, a bit of overtake, even though his battery is not looking extremely good, only 20%, a bit less than that. Callum is still sitting on around 50%, so Callum is going to be able to push, and Callum doesn't have to pit ultimately, so I think he's going to win the race. If he doesn't blow it up, if he doesn't pin it, then yeah, he has a very, very good shot at winning, I think. And then, yeah, Herbie is yet to clear the traffic, but I mean, he was behind his teammates on the last lap, so yeah, and then we have 3 loss. And CPA was right on the edge, doesn't have, it's not in the DRS range yet. He needs to get 110 or something like this, and he might get it. No, I don't think he has. The detection point is right before the last corner, so yeah, he doesn't have it. He might use a bit of overtake, but it doesn't use it. And ooh, and the 3 gloves might be going for a double move up the inside. 3 winded to turn 2. It's not great, but 3 gloves, a very good move. 2 cars into 1 corner. That's how you clear the traffic and overtake people at the same time. So yeah, fair play, huh? Very good job into P8, but he needs to catch Tommy G, who's on the same strategy. If he wants to, you know, get a good result. Not the first penalty he gets tonight, not having a great race. I mean, he's not last, but having causing damage on turn 1, turn 1 or lap 1, whatever, had to pit, so yeah, his race was pretty much done from that. And Callum, very close to Husby, very, not really, but he still has enough overtake, I mean, DRS to his overtake. Not sure if he's going to go for the gap. No, a bit too far back. Maybe traction, but no, I don't think. Oh, maybe no. He has a look, but oh, and Husby gives him a bit of space, but he didn't have to. It was his corner. Still 20 laps to go though. We haven't reached the halfway mark. So yeah, yeah, not much happening at the moment. It's just the leaders catching up to the guys who haven't pitted yet, so... Yeah, and as I said, Hungary is not the best track for racing, so yeah. Hopefully Callum or Tom will get a move on, and as Callum knocks up into turn 30, yeah, I think Callum is gonna get Husby on this lap, I think. But Husby is really defending it, using overtake, and Callum might go for it. No, he doesn't. Tommy G late on the brakes, but you know, not enough. Oh, and Callum on the outside, really. Oh, and that's a great move. He makes it work, and I think that's the no. He has to back out. It's very, very hard to go too wide into turn 3, and yeah, probably a very wise move. I mean, he's been doing the championship, so he has to think about it, even though it's still very early in the season. Yeah. I mean, he's not losing really any time to anybody by staying behind the ass. You know, because of dirt here, you can make most mistakes. So, yeah, and Husby got a few second time plan. Anyway, so... yeah. We'll see if he can try to go for a move to turn 1, but that wasn't the best last corner. He's running low on overtake on ERS, and yeah, Husby's much more battery left. So he's not gonna go around the outside easy. Oh, maybe! Very good exit, and I'm actually very surprised it worked, because it really didn't have a lot of ERS left, and yeah, great traction and great move from Callum. Cleaning the traffic, and Mimalu and Willow battling together. I think, yeah, there's CP. I think CP lost places, but I'm not 100% sure about that. I'm drafting a bit to turn 5 it is, yeah. Getting confused by the corner names. But yeah, now Tommy G and 3 Gloves must overtake Husby, otherwise they're gonna lose way too much time, but I think they're not on the right strategy. They're losing... Oh! Wait! Are we getting some rain? Because it might change absolutely everything. But yeah, I think it's raining, so Tommy G must overtake Husby. Because at the moment, if it starts raining and you have to pit winters, as Mimalu and Willows are fighting together. Ooh, and that's wide from Willow, and he's gonna lose his place to Mimalu, and yeah, there's a bit of strain behind him, to be fair. CP and Panda. So Panda on mediums, CP on hards, just like Willows and Mimalu. Gets another 3 seconds. But yeah, it's definitely raining now, you can see it on the T-cap. So, if you need to pit now, it means that Captain Chubbs is leading the race. I mean, he has the net lead. That's what we mean. And yeah, it would be very interesting to see if Callum has a base in the wet as well, in the wet conditions as well. Because ooh, and that's wide. Might get overtaken by Husby. That's why he was defending for his life. He knew that some rain was coming, and he's gonna try to overtake Callum. He's not using a lot of overtake. On the outside of turn 1, he's gonna be brave, but his tires are not in the best of shape, and I think he's made it. He has DRS, and yeah, he's made it. Great move. But the ice driver. I think Tommy G is very close. Yeah, they're all very close. here, and Langfield getting us 3 seconds as well. That's his first penalty for corner cutting / track extending. But yeah, I think they're gonna pit in 1 or 2 laps, if not at the end of this one. Would surprise me. Would be very surprising to me. Yeah. Let's go back quickly to the leaders to see what they do. They're very close. They haven't pitted yet, and it might be like the 5-head strategy, because if it starts to rain and we don't have, I mean, if it rains enough, so you have to go to the pits to use intermediate tires, then they are 10 seconds clear of Frederick, who's leading like a little train, even though there's a big gap between Langfield and Husby. Yeah, Callum and Three Gloves very close, and Zaxer gets himself 3 seconds, and yeah, Villa flags out of turn 1. I don't know what it was for, and Three Gloves. Does he go? Oh yeah, nice move. And that's very wide. Might be an illegal overtake. We'll see if Callum decides to report it, but yeah, he's through, so I guess he won't report it. And Tommy G might go for it as well. But the Hungaroring is a very difficult track, very technical, and in mixed conditions, it's an absolute nightmare for the drivers. Especially this corner, T11, very easy to track extend or to lose it on the exit. That's almost what happened to Tom here. So yeah, Three Gloves going a bit wide. No one pitting for Inters yet. Oh, never mind. Three Gloves into the pits, and you can see this car with the steering entering the pits, and yeah. DRS is still enabled, so technically the dry tires are still faster, but he's the only one pitting now. I mean, we have Catboy Kai and Ruet on Inters, but I think it's still a bit too early. Yeah, you can see no grip yet. Doesn't look very quick. It seems to struggle quite a lot. But yeah, we're gonna have a surprise winner if we don't have a safety car, but yeah, we are approaching to pass the halfway mark, so yeah, it's starting to lock up a bit more, as you can see. So yeah, they're gonna pick this lap on the next one. Chops. Oh, and this is a dummy, and Zexer goes for it. He bets. So for Inters, obviously, I mean, his tires might be absolutely dead as well. 21 laps, 2 laps now, and Frederick pitting as well. I mean, he was the first one, and yeah, Husby doing it as well. Can continue, and Husby and McLaren of Tommy G, Mimolu, and yeah, pretty much everybody's starting to pit now. Yeah, we'll see if Zexer. Oh, and Sippy getting a 3-second time pen. Was pitting in the pit lane. That's gonna hurt. It's gonna hurt his race very badly. So now the interesting thing to see if where Zexer is gonna be when Captain Chops comes into the pit. Oh, and Zexer. Oh, and he almost lost it. Good car control. Yeah, it seems to be still a bit early for the intermediate tires. 3 seconds before Three Gloves as well. Yeah, it seems to be somewhat early for intermediate tires, so maybe staying out was the best choice, but I'm not sure. And I think Captain Chubbs is pitting. Yeah, Captain Chubbs is pitting. Callum is surely gonna do the same. Ooh, yeah, very. Ooh, and he's missed the pit, and ooh, I thought he would go straight. Surely lost a lot of time, and you know, crashed or retired. Yeah, I think he crashed, and virtual safety car. So Captain Chubbs. No, Captain Chubbs is behind Zexer. So it was the right time to pit for the intermediate tires, and it's gonna help Herbie's quite a lot, I would think. Not really, actually. He's gonna be behind Langfield. Oh, the camera not really helping me out there, but yeah. Let's see. Yeah. So Mimilu is in front of Herbie's. And yeah, Zexer having the net lead right now. Started from P17. Absolute madness in F10, in F10, in F8 tonight. Absolute scenes, and green flag again. So yeah, the kanji, yeah, you definitely need intermediates now. Now it would be interesting to. Ooh, and Zexer loses it, and I think yeah, Captain Chubbs retakes the lead. But obviously there's such a big gap behind those two drivers that he's not gonna lose out more places. So yeah, big mistake back at Zexer. I mean, driving in those conditions is definitely not easy. So yeah, and I don't know if he has a dry setup or wet one, but yeah, we'll see. Only even 11 laps remaining. So yeah, Callum, I said he had the best chance of winning this race, but if you look at the gap to the leaders, it's a very big 13 seconds, and I think Captain Chubbs has some fans, but yeah, it would be very surprising to me if Callum can close the gap enough to win the race. And Husby in a very good place as well. And Three Gloves having the fastest lap. If he finishes in the top 10, then he's surely gonna get the bonus points, because now that it's wet, nobody else is gonna go faster than what he managed to do earlier in the race. So yeah, Three Gloves closing up the gap to Callum. Obviously, being in the 1 second window doesn't mean anything because you don't have DRS, obviously. But yeah, I think he's gonna be even harder to overtake now. So I'm predicting a bit of a duel ending to this race, unless we have some crashes and safety car involved. But yeah. Oh, Sundry second. Yeah, I basically didn't pit, and then because of the rain, then yeah. I mean, it was P1 at some point, so he just messed it up into turn 11. So yeah, lost his P1 to Captain Chubbs, and yeah, not much happening. Maybe Mimilu getting close to Langfield. I mean, you won't really use the overtake button in those conditions, except on the main straight. So everybody is gonna be like around the same percentage percentage of battery remaining, so yeah. You have to overtake into the corners, like put pressures on your opponent and force them into a mistake, and it's gonna be very difficult. So let's see if Mimalu can get a move on, do the slipstream, and he has a good overlap. Let's see, around the outside is gonna be tricky in those conditions. And oh, and CP, I think CP, no, he hasn't crashed, he just retired in the pits. And yeah, Mimalu is through. Wasn't really focused on that. But good move from the AlphaTauri driver. Could keep an eye on them. Not much happening the rest of the field. LBs. I think he has at least three pens for cutting corners, so it's not really doing very well. And yeah, Mimalu much faster than the Mercedes, already 1.3 seconds up. So yeah, Langfeld can pretty much wave goodbye to him. We won't see him again. But Airbase is surely now gonna try to overtake the Mercedes. Does not have the best pace by the looks of it. And yeah, Langfeld doesn't really defend it. He knows that he's not quick enough. Oh, and might go for it on traction, but not great enough, and doesn't really have any ERS to use. So yeah, he's gonna fall behind. I think he doesn't seem to like these conditions. As you can see, no battery left. And ooh, that's quite a big corner cut. And yeah, he's lost 1 second to Airbase. So yeah. No, I don't know if Willows has the pace to catch up and to overtake him to get into the points, but penalties will be a factor at the end, so yeah. Captain Chubbs, so still leading by 3 seconds to Zaxer behind Frederick to a podium place. Husby, Callum, 3 gloves. Tom, who's 1 second behind, and then Mimaru, Airbase and Langfield. That's the top 10 by lap 29. But yeah, Captain Chomps, I don't think he's losing any time to Zexer behind, and same for Zexer. There's a car behind him. So yeah, not much happening again. Quite expected. Maybe Snoopster might go for a move on Panda in the next couple of laps. Yeah, Panda is having around 70% ERS, same for Snoopster, so it's gonna be hard to overtake on the main straight. And Mimalu getting 3 more seconds. Multiple warning, and Callum as well. I think that's his first pen. Yeah, that was on turn 11, the last one of sector 2. Yeah, I think he's closing up the gap to Husby, but obviously you need to overtake him as well. So yeah. And actually, it looks like Zexer is closing the gap now, so yeah, I'm quickly gonna check the pens. So Chubbs has 1, 2, and yeah, just 2. Zexer has 1, 2, and 3. So yeah, and then Frederick only, no, 2 as well. So yeah, 2 pens for Chubbs, for Captain Chubbs, 2 for Frederick, and 3 for Zexo. So basically, if Frederick can get within 3 seconds of Zexo, then it's P2 for him, but he's got a long way back. Still have 4.6 seconds to catch up to be in the net P2. So yeah, but Charles might have made a mistake into the first sector because he's making the back gap a bit bigger now in sector 3. So yeah, might have made a mistake. We'll see, we keep the gap under control, and at the moment it's 3 gloves close to Callum. Obviously way too far back to go for a dive or anything. But Callum seems to be somewhat good on the brake, so there's a bit of movement on the exit. The smallest gap we have is between Mimolu and Airbys in the AlphaTauri and the McLaren respectively. Yeah, they're fighting for P8, but Mimolu has at least 3 seconds, 3 penalties. Airbys has 3 as well. So I'm not sure which one is gonna finish in front at the end. And then you have Langfield. Yeah, it doesn't look. He really doesn't like these conditions. And why does he have his overtake button on that section of track? Maybe he has the glitch where his overtake button is stuck on, and in that case it's not, you won't enjoy it, especially in those conditions. When Tom EG close to 3 gloves, bit of train for P4, and Snowster getting past Panda. P4 starts finish line, a bit strange. I think Panda went wide over something to the last corner. Not AG, 3 more seconds, but I mean he's anyway in P15, 14 sorry, by a very big margin. And I mean he's last basically because Sam T has disconnected. It's only his AI running, and yeah, no, I can't really check. Yes, I can. So yeah, it's the AI skill level is on 75, which is standard for PSGL. That's new for this season. So yeah, that's why he's not losing as much as 40 he might. So yeah. And there's the big train behind him. Frederick, Husby, Callum, 3 gloves, and Tom, all close to each other. But I think 3 gloves is the one, is the closest to going front. And yeah, the rain is getting a bit worse. They won't fit for wet tires, full wets, because you're gonna lose too much in the pit stopper. You still have to keep the car on the track. It's not easy. Well, yeah, I don't think you will see a lot of overtaking from now on. 3 laps to go. I mean, 2.5. Oh, and 3 laps, slight movement, and we have. Oh, and I think Airbys, he crashed. Ooh, big one. We won't get a safety car because it's too late for the game, so Yeah, but big crash for the McLaren out of turn 4. I think went a bit too quickly in that corner, which is obviously blind, and then lost the rear and hit the wall on the M3. Turn 5, I think it is. I really need a track map. The track knowledge is horrendous. Yeah, it's T4, yeah, the entry of T5 it was. And yeah, at the front, literally nothing happening. Everybody's in a train. Nobody going for a move or anything. It's too hard to follow. I mean, it's already hard to keep the car on the track sometimes, so going for a move, it's even harder. So yeah, looks like Champs is set to win the race then, if it doesn't crash this lap on the next one, but I mean, it doesn't have a lot of things left to do, so you basically have 20 corners left. And I think he still has 2 pens. We'll quickly check because we have nothing else to do. So yeah, Chubbs 1, 2, and yeah, still 2 pens. Zexer 3, yeah, still 3. And Frederick 2 pens again. Hasby has 2 pens. Callum has 1, I'd say, yeah. And 3 gloves has 1 as well. Oh, when it's getting very, very wet. So yeah. But the leader is just a matter of keeping the car on track, because realistically, Zaxo is not gonna catch you up. And then for Frederick, it's about the same. Don't make mistakes, and yeah, it's pretty much P3 secured on track at least, because I think Callum is gonna get past him. Because Frederick has 2 pens, Callum 3 gloves, has only have 1 pen each. So yeah, I forgot how many pens Husby has, but I guess we find out when he crosses the line. And we're gonna finish. We're gonna look at Captain Chubbs finishing his race. Great drive, really, not a single mistake, because I think Zaxa could have won if he hadn't bent it into turn 11 like 10 laps ago or something. And so it's Captain Chubbs winning the second round of F8 in front of the Ferrari of Zaxer, and yeah, Zaxer finishing 10-second adrift. For P3 it's gonna be Frederick, but not for long. I think Husby, no, it's Callum Anderson, followed by 3 gloves, then Frederick, Tommy G, Husby, Mimolu, but it might change. We'll see when Langfield crosses the line. Now Langfield remains in P9, Willows in P10, P11 for Panda, P12 for Snookster, yeah, it's gonna be P13 for OTG. OTG, not a great race from the Red Bull driver. A lot of pens, I don't know how many, but quite a lot, I would say. Quickly check, 1, 2, 3, 4, oh, a lot of pens, at least 6. And yeah, that's pretty much race done, and Sam T finishing in P14, but I mean that's CCI, and yeah, it's gonna be counted as a disconnection, because Sam hasn't driven 90% of the race himself. So yeah, dominant drive from Captain Chubbs. winning the second round in Hungary. Not a mistake, not a single mistake in rain. Zexer is probably gonna be disappointed, bending it and making a mistake into turn 11 it was, and yeah, as you can see, only 2 pens for Captain Chops and 4 pens for Zexer, so he got one. I didn't really see it. Cameron on the last step on the podium. Oh, and he was very close to finishing in P2, but I think he made a mistake at some point, and that has costed him the second place. Then we have 3 gloves, 3 seconds as well. Frederick 6 seconds off Ben. Tommy G 3. Husby 3 as well, I would think, or 6. Yeah, 6. Mimalu 12 seconds, 3 seconds for Langfeld, and I think that was 6 for Willow. Yeah, and then out of the points we have Panda, Snoozer and OTG. And then the non-finishers, Sam T having lost connection early on in the race. Herbies 3 laps down. I think, yeah, he crashed with 3 laps to go, that's why he's not counted as DNF. CP, Catboy Kai, Nedal, Mouret and George not finishing the race. So yeah, not the most exciting race, pretty much as F1 earlier today, but yeah, that was still fine. The qualifying was good, I thought. So yeah, and the start of the race was yeah, that was not too bad, let's say. And then obviously the rain coming in towards like the halfway mark, and changing basically everything in the race. So thanks for joining us tonight, lads, and yeah, as usual, thanks to our sponsors, Brutal Democracy BDG, for providing us prize money for F1, F2, and F3. Yeah, next week, I think it's Silverstone, but I have to check because I'm not really sure about that. Yeah, it's Silverstone next week. A very good track for racing, and I think a lot of people will like it. So yeah, make sure to tune in again next week. It's not gonna be me, unfortunately, but yeah. So that's all for tonight, and yeah, see you guys later.